In 3 hours, the Football League season will start. And as you can see, I'm in a different place, which is not my home. It's a flat. So, as the Football League will start later on today, I'm going to just do my predictions, and I'm going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with League One actually that's kind of the reason, but more so, I can memorise it best. So, League One predictions. I'm not going to do the full table. I'm going to do who I think will go up, who I think will be in the playoffs, who will just miss out on that, who will get relegated, and who will just survive. So, let's start with the top. I think the champions will be Millwall, because they have got a very strong squad, and we've seen them do excellent to get up to League 2, where they were unlucky not to get promoted to a good Barnsley side. But I just think they can take it a step further, or 2 steps further while I'm at it, and get to the top. Second, again, we've seen this side start very well, and I think Gillingham, having missed out on the playoffs, can get to second. Why? Because again, they did very well, and they're a good squad and a good manager. I think Justin Edinburgh's still there. I'm not sure, but I do like the way they play. Playoffs. Third, I have Bolton Wanderers. Fourth, I have of Coventry City. Fifth, I've got Oxford United, and sixth, Peterborough United. What do I think? I think Peterborough United. Actually, I'll go to how far. No, actually, I'll do that near the end. But I think the playoff winners will be Peterborough United, beating Oxford United in the final. As well as having a think about it, I also like to gamble a little with my predictions. So, and I think missing out will be Bradford City and Charlton Athletic, which a lot of people have said Charlton are going to go up, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And I do think they are going to do well, but they've been struggling hard times with they've had the fans if you've been following, you would have known that the Charlton fans were protesting a lot against their owners. Wait, is the owners still there? But I think Charlton will do well, but just not quite. I'm not going as big as how people have said they would. Relegated teams. So I think Port Vale are going to be right at the bottom. Got a bit of heat for saying this, but I think Scunthorpe United will finish second bottom. Third bottom, Bury. Some people might say Leon Clark, but and he is a good player, but then again, they might lose him later on in the season. or maybe like the other players might not perform, but then you also, and then my other team is, I think, will go down as Oldham Athletic. Now, actually thinking about it, I'd probably put Oldham second bottom, and then actually just never mind. I think just missing out would be AFC Wimbledon. Now, if that was to be the case, the last day would be very interesting because Oldham are away at Wimbledon, which would be very exciting indeed. But then, and now my next part is how far apart will these teams finish? I think the points gap between Gillingham and Bolton will probably be about 5. I think maybe Gillingham will probably seal the promotion about a week or 2 before the last day. And then Millwall being champions maybe about 4 weeks before, like a month before they'll receive promotion, and then like a few weeks in they'll win. Like maybe a similar run to Northampton in League 2. I'm really fucking around now with this stuff, but on to the playoffs. Bolton and Peterborough United vs Bolton Wanderers, who do play each other on the last day of the season at Bolton. So that wouldn't be a bad playoff rehearsal, but I think Peterborough might win the first leg 2-0, maybe 2-1, and second leg a 1-1 draw. And then on to Coventry Oxford. I think maybe, you know what, I think actually Coventry will be in the final rather than Oxford. I think Coventry will probably lose the first leg 2-1 and win the second leg 2-0. And then you got the playoff final, which I think Peterborough might win 3-0. There's been there's been quite a lot of goals in the previous playoff finals. Not that it's going to affect the one coming up. Like you had. Is this thing still recording? The answer is yes. But at least the last two you had Barnsley beating Millwall 3-1. And then, I don't know if it was the season before or the season before, when Preston hit 4... Yeah, it was before last. Where Preston North End beat Swindon Town 4-0. And then I'm not going to waste my time trying to think the one of the others. So my next question is, how far apart will Peterborough finish ahead of Bolton and Bradford and Chelsea? I think Bradford will probably be 2 points behind, and then Charlton will be 3 points behind, but with the best goal difference out of the 3. And then with the bottom, I think Port Vale will probably be relegated about. I think the fighting it out on the last day will be Wimbledon, Bury and Oldham Athletic. I think Bury are away at Southend on the last day. I think they might lose there. Southend are a good team. And then I think Wimbledon will probably sneak a win. So if you want to see my full table predictions, go to one of Ben Natman's videos where I posted a comment on the full table, or on one of Jake Barber's videos where again I posted the full thing. But in this video I'm just summarising what I say. So that's my League One predictions. And what are yours? I'm curious. I'm always curious to see other people's predictions, how they variate, how they link in with mine, and how it all compares out to the last day. So thanks for watching. This video was probably a clusterfuck because I had nothing to edit with. So I'll have a view out there to close it off.